The term Wu Shing, meaning five processes or five phases, holds significant importance within traditional Chinese thought. It is widely used in various aspects of Chinese culture. The five phases, namely, wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, represent dynamic and interconnected modes through which the universe exists and evolves. While bearing a resemblance to the ancient Greek thoughts on the four elements, fire, air, water, earth, the Chinese understanding of these phases differs in that they are viewed as ever-changing material forces. In contrast, the Greek elements are typically regarded as unchanging building blocks of matter. Originally, Wu Shing served as a means of describing natural processes that normal people cannot see directly and stay in simple terms. Until the Han Dynasty, 202 BCE, 220 CE, Wu Shing evolved into a distinct philosophical tradition, akin to a philosophical family or school. Since that transformative period, the Wu Shing system has been extensively applied to explain natural phenomena and has extended its influence to judging principles, historical events, political structures, social norms, and countless other aspects of Chinese life. From medicine, music, martial arts, to alchemy, I Ching divination, feng shui, astrology, and even military strategy. Although five elements is not a really perfect word to translate Wu Shing, let's just accept it and use it in today's topic due to its popularity in the community. In today's video, we will dive deep into the details of the five elements. Part 1, the connection between Yin Yang and five elements. Part 2, five elements concept, include the basic and advanced meaning. Part 3, five elements theory, with 4 cycles presenting the interconnections of the 5 elements. Last part and also the conclusion, the importance of 5 elements and its theory to your future study and life uses. Part 1, the connection between Yin Yang and 5 elements. In my first video about the origin of Yin Yang, 5 elements, and Bagua, I showed you how Yin Yang create 4 phenomena, symbolize the reaction of single Yin Yang energy to another Yin Yang. They are Old Yang, Young Yang, Old Yin, and Young Yin. The 4 phenomena are the sources of 5 elements. Old Yang is fire. Young Yang is wood. Old Yin is water. Young Yin is metal. When the energies of fire, wood, water and metal clash with each other, it will turn into earth. Since everything has Yin and Yang inside, so it also has 5 elements, and the most dominant element will be the characteristic of that object or action. Part 2, 5 elements concept. We will explore about core concepts of every element and then its open meaning. 2.1, the basic meaning. This is a table that represents the main characteristics of every elements. Most of the characteristics in the table may be familiar with you. If you don't know the connection between 5 elements and music yet, I suggest you can watch the video I made recently about the 5 tones on the link above. My video of how Fuxi figured out 5 elements from the Ha-2 map also explain why every element has its own characteristics. So I will skip this part, and move to the more important one. 2.2, the advanced meaning. Before discovering the interconnection of the 5 elements, you have to think these elements as separated codes first, and they could be divided into 5 status quo of any object. In the second video in the series, you learned that an object can be classified into Yin or Yang. Now in this video, you will be able to identify it in a more diverse way, up to 5 types. Now 5 elements are not just simply materials anymore, but having a broader meaning. First element, metal. Metal, the element of purity, killing, pasteurizing, absorption. Characteristics of metal. Metal bears 2 opposite meanings as soft versus hard. In the next videos, especially the Bazi part, which is heavily relevant to a person energy, you will find that there are 2 types of metal, Yin metal or Sin, and Yang metal or Gang. Sin metal is soft metal like gold, silver, precious metal, which people use to make jewelry. And Gang metal is hard metal like iron, steel, which is used to make axe or knife. Another characteristic of metal is following versus innovative, personality type. As above, you can bend soft metal, like a person can bend himself to follow or obey his boss and his own idea. But you cannot bend hard metal, like a person has a free will, and want to make his own road, rather than following others. That is why finding a suitable career is so important, only then your energy will merge with the job energy giving you the highest reward. If you still wonder, who am I, or what career should I take? Just follow Asian wisdoms, I will help you find the most suitable path with ancient teachings. To make things concentrated, today's topic will only introduce you the name of 10 sub-branches of 5 elements. We will expand them later. Second element, water. Water is a cool, soft, downward-oriented element. Characteristics of water: penetrative, hidden or concealed. Intelligent and honest, personality type. There are also 2 types of water, yin water, or guo, and yang water, or run. Yin water is the still water in the pond, lake, or mist. Everybody can use it to water the plant, drink it, even store it. In contrast, yang water is the moving water in the river, spring, waterfall, and flood. You can only control yin water for daily uses, not yang water. But these two have tight connection. If the yang water is stuck somewhere, that leads to river drain, there would be no water to boil and cook, so there would be no yin water. That is why a yin water person will be at his best when working with a yang water person. In ancient Chinese medicine book, there is a sentence, yang water and yin water cooperate, you will do anything at will. That means when you need to drink medicine, mixing a glass of cold water or spring water with a glass of hot water, will give you a yin-yang water glass that boost your health dramatically. In my videos, there are some hidden gems from ancient knowledge that you could apply to your life instantly, little by little, it will change your life in a better way. So make sure to watch the whole video to get all of them. Third element, wood. Any object that has the nature of growth, development, and upward-oriented belongs to wood element. Characteristics of wood. Compassionate, personality type. Curved versus stretch. Yin wood, indicates grass, vine-style tree, while yang wood, jia, are words for hardwood tree which grows straight like pine, cedar, cypress tree. When the yang wood overgrown, it needs to be cut down, through carpenter's process, all by metal element, so it can turns into useful good for humans. In 5 elements, particularly, its 10 sub-branches, the yang type of each element needs to experience tough condition of its controlling element to achieve the best result, like the example above. On the other hand, the yin type will suffer in pain and won't benefit anyone if it got through the same process, like the herb being crushed and its valuable essence would be wasted. This is true for people, too. Some people only achieve highest result through tough and challenging work, some people don't, and they need to be treated in another way to unleash their potential. When you understand the 5 elements, you will know which way works and which doesn't, saving you tons of time and money. Fourth element, fire. Fire is a hot, ascending element. Characteristics of fire: keeping warm, forging metal, hasty and cheerful, personality type. Fire element is divided into yin fire, ding, and yang fire, bing. The fire or light made by human belongs to yin fire. The fire or light from the sun belongs to yang fire. The biggest difference of these two is yin fire is affected by the weather like rain and snow, while yang fire has no problem shining in bad weather. Furthermore, this is the reason why yin fire is sensitive to water element, but yang fire has no problem with water at all. In Ba-Zi statistics, a yang fire person will tend to be more generous and donate more than a yin fire person, because Ding-type people are natural savers, they are good at calculating in savings, especially careful with money in numbers. I don't suggest you take advance of anyone. But if you must borrow money to survive, you should skip the yin fire person, because the chances of success is usually low. Instead, borrowing from the yang fire person would be a better idea. The last element, earth. Any object has supporting, producing properties can be attributed to earth. Characteristics of earth. Dedicated. Steady and heavy. Sentimental, personality type. Earth element is divided into Yin earth, Ji, and Yang earth, Wu. Yin earth is wet earth, or clay near the river bank or in mineral mines. On the other side, Yang earth includes dry earth or stone. Yin earth person is suitable for planning and working with other people because they usually have the right judgments for people, but they are also suspicious to others, so they often lose the opportunities getting a higher position in life. Yang earth person, in contrast, has less doubts and more straightforward thinking. They put the benefits of the nation and community first, but ignore group interest. That's why they always have troubles in working with other people, same problems with their relationship. 2.3, 5 elements and 5 planets. Ancient Chinese people thinks that every object in the universe, while having different attributes, all fall into 5 big categories. That is 5 elements we know, and each element has a tight connection to a planet of the same element. Take a look at this table. This is quite obvious in China, Vietnam, and Japan that the name of the element and the planet are the same in their languages. That means that they have been using it for a really long time. Especially, in Japan, they use these 5 planets plus the sun and the moon to write days of the week. Sunday is the day of the sun, Monday is for the moon. Tuesday is Mars's day, Wednesday is Mercury day. Thursday is the day of Jupiter, Friday is for Venus. And Saturday is Saturn's day. In Western astrology and alchemy, people also know the connections of planets and weekdays as Japanese, but it is not a popular knowledge in the whole community. Therefore, it is not widely used in writings and calendar as Eastern people does. In Confucianism, as in ancient Chinese eras, there are 5 things that a man will constantly meet in his life and he has to follow those principles to become a gentleman. A high regard man who is recognized, first by himself, then his wife and his family, finally his community or country. Those set of rules are called Wu Shing, or 5 constant virtues, packed in just 5 words. Run, humanity. Li, propriety. Yi, righteousness. Ji, wisdom. Xing, trustworthiness. These 5 constant virtues are affected by 5 elements either. Humanity of a person is controlled by wood. Propriety is tightened to fire. Righteousness belongs to metal. Wisdom is related to water. Finally, trustworthiness is connected to earth. The ancient Chinese believe that the 5 elements are the core energies that create the connection between the sky, the earth, and human. For example, if Jupiter on the sky has some troubles or positions at a special angle, the wooden tools or tree on the earth would be affected, as well as the humanity part of each person. That is a lot of knowledge and information, right? After this part, I think you would have the firm understanding about every single element. Now let's move to next part. Part 3, 5 elements theory. There are 4 cycles or 4 chains that we must study in this part. 3.1, the generating cycle, Xiang Sheng. The generating cycle means, 1 element, serving as parents, enriches, nourishes, strengthens, promotes growth and development of the following element, serving as children. Generating chains start as: wood feeds fire. Fire creates earth, or ash. Earth bears metal. Metal collects, enrich water. Water nourishes wood. The cycle repeats again and again. This is the cycle of supporting, helping. Wood is the supporting element of fire. Fire can releases the power of wood. Fire is the supporting element of earth. Earth can releases the power of fire. The same to earth, metal and water element. Let's get going. No. If we stop here and continue to the next cycle, we will just miss half of the 5 elements theory, meaning like many normal people do. I will tell you the real deal right here when other videos about this topic won't explain in a correct way. The cycle only give you the concept of cause, consequence, there is no quantity part in it. In real life, we have to count the quantity of each element in to get the right answer. In short, this generating cycle has two outcomes, not one. The one you see above is the outcome with normal or ideal ratio like 1 wood to 1 fire. However, in an excessive ratio like 2 wood to 1 fire or 3 wood to 1 fire, etc. Things will happen in a different way like this. Wood feeds fire, too much wood will put out a fire. Think about it, that is what happens when you put too many wood pieces into the fireplace in a short time. The same thing happens to other elements. Fire creates earth, ash, too much fire will dry the earth. This means destroying the fertility of the soil, causing it unable to grow plants. Earth bears metal, too much earth will bury metal. Even the biggest golden nugget become worthless unless somebody take it out of the dirt. Metal collects, enrich water. But too much metal will cloud the water, make it unable to use for drinking or watering. Water nourishes wood, too much water will flood the tree, even pull its roots out. Remember, in 5 elements theory, as well as Yin Yang theory that I presented in my second video, everything must be in harmony to achieve the best outcome. That is the reason why feng shui works for only a few people who really understand it. 3.2 The controlling cycle, Xiang Ke. The controlling cycle means, one element, grandparents, controls, dominates, weakens another element, or grandchildren, preventing it from showing its power. Controlling chains start as wood can breaks the ground, earth. Earth can soaks up water, blocking its flow. Water can controls fire. Fire can melts metal. Metal can chops wood. The controlling cycle provides for a check and balance system among all of the elements. Like what I say in part 3.1, be aware of the quantity, this controlling cycle only active when the controlling element outnumbers the target element. Although water wins fire, but a bucket of water could not extinguish a burning house. 3.3 The weakening cycle or reverse generating cycle, Xiang Xie. Weakening cycle is the exact reverse of the generating cycle. In this cycle, each element, the parents, is weakened by its predecessor, the children. You could also call this draining, diminishing, or exhausting cycle. The weakening chains start as wood depletes water. Water rusts metal. Metal impoverishes earth, through overmining or over-extraction of the earth's minerals. Earth smothers fire. Fire burns wood, forest fires. The weakening cycle is an advanced knowledge in 5-element theory. It is more useful case than the controlling cycle in many ways. For example, if you want to destroy or weaken the energy symbolized by wood, it is easier to use fire than metal, or the axe. And this weakening cycle happens when the predecessor or children element dominates or outnumbers the parent element. Quick tip to remember this cycle is think of how a mother can be worn out by her children. 3.4 The counteracting cycle or reverse controlling cycle, Xiang Hao. Counteracting cycle is the exact reverse of the controlling cycle. An element, grandchildren, while being controlled another element, grandparents, counters force them, injures the controller element. The counteracting chains start as wood blunts metal. Metal de-energizes fire, metals conduct heat away. Fire evaporates water. Water muddies, or floods, earth. Earth rots wood, overpiling soil on wood can rot the wood. You can see that this happens all the time in everyday situations. If you want to use an axe to chop wood, make sure your axe is in good shape, otherwise you will have less wood pieces than you deserve. Now we head to the endings. The importance of 5 elements and its theory to your future study and life uses. In today's fast-paced world, where balance and harmony are often overlooked, the 5 elements theory serves as a valuable reminder to cultivate a holistic approach to our lives. This theory plays a crucial role in Chinese philosophy and metaphysics. It is a fundamental concept that provides a deeper understanding of the natural world and its energetic interplay. Metaphysical practices like feng shui and ba-zi rely on the five elements theory to create harmonious environments and make predictions about individual destinies. Feng shui utilizes the five elements to analyze the flow of energy in a space, guiding the arrangement of objects and structures to enhance positive energy and well-being. Ba-zi, on the other hand, utilizes the theory to interpret the interactions between the elements within a person's birth chart, offering insights into their personality, potential, and life path. By understanding and applying the five elements theory, you can navigate the complexities of life with greater clarity and purpose. It provides a framework for self-discovery, personal growth, and creating balanced and harmonious environments. Furthermore, it deepens our connection with the rich heritage of Chinese philosophy and metaphysics, offering us a pathway to tap into the wisdom of ancient traditions. I am John and thank you for watching this whole video. Please hit subscribe button and share this video to your friend. Your support is my motivation to create more valuable videos like this. In the future, I will make more video about feng shui and ba-zi, as well as interesting topics related to ancient Asian. See you next time.